wasn't Greyhound therapy. And I'm telling you organisations now, either you're in this for exactly what I'm asking you, and that does go for Marcus at BGF, or then I'm after you for legal damages the last 11 years. You either make a wrong a right, or I'm not having anything to do with anyone. It's that simple. My mother's family are permanently disowned, and that's not like they were ever enjoyable before 2015 anyway. That does mean my twin sister Amanda, I'm not going to speak to her again. The last 11 years happened. You don't get a chance to ever make or cause any more damage in my life. The last 11 years since 2015 to date, meaning today, is the most traumatic damage I've ever gone through in my entire life. There is nothing before that. You caused it. I'm not having you in my life ever again, Amanda. You can die, and my conscience is clear after what you just did. What you did since 2015 and continuously do in your behaviour, my conscience is completely clear. I don't care. That's disgusting. You really are mum and her little cunt sister, Robin Childs and Christy Childs. Okay? You're not ever part of my life. Too many chances. I don't know why I keep saying, look, I'm giving you a chance. You're not listening to me. You're still running with the bullshit that you've got. And the only thing my family was asked to do in 2015 was to get me a legal team to go after the Crisis Group Acute Care Centre in New South Wales Police to remove false information. Every single statement I've said is the truth. Everything. All you had to do was help me with what I was asking for to verify it, which I've got a detailed statutory declaration that was given to immigration already. I went through immigration already 15 years ago. 15 years ago is when I started my application. Okay? 15 years ago. And if people say, oh, what did they know? Did I know about me being mugged after work? Yeah, they did. Let me get the documents. So the documents to do with me telling them I was mugged after work. You guys can't do anything now. You had 11 years, so it's over. You're going to have to accept the fact that it's over. I want nothing to do with you. I don't want to see you again ever in my life, Amanda. You made the choice that you went down in the last 11 years since 2015. These were your choices, which means you're disowned, my nephew's disowned, everyone to do with my mother's side, except if I briefly catch up with a cousin or mum's side, whatever, yeah, that's different because that cousin was not part of this. For example, if I catch up with mum's cousin, well, that cousin wasn't part of this. What you guys did. You are permanently removed and you don't have a chance to come back into it. Ever. There is nothing else, no. You were told the truth by me since 2015, and the only thing you were told to do was stop your bullshit lies, stop your mental health shit, stop your scams, stop your trauma crap, stop doing this, stop lying, verify the facts. You would not do it. Here we go. So Medibank Solutions. So their statement. Okay, so when we're going back and forth with information to do with when I was mugged after work. Okay, so where I've even noticed, said, look, that's not true. Here's the facts. So as per me, so here's all the stuff to do with my health check at Medibank Solutions for immigration. So I went through this, okay, and I explained to them and gave them the documents of myself being mugged after work. So Glasgow coma. Now it's America, so they were understanding like, okay, it's a Glasgow coma. Well, what do you need for that? I'm like, the inside living environment. I said, look, New York works for me, but I'm not an idiot. I know I can't afford New York, so I'm looking for a 24-hour city close to the ocean with large inside space. I'll move over to America and I'll find that because I know that you'll find that in America. So I know what helps because I know from Agnes Rappaport and George Jacobs here, by the way, George Jacobs wrote the US government a letter and it says, so this is actually the letter from my treating psychiatrist regarding myself being mugged and robbed after work, November 30th, 2007. This letter was given to the US government back in 2014. Dated, I think it's the 21st of August 2014, to whom it may concern. I have been treating Mr. Justin Fleming for 7 years following an assault. He experienced a brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder. He has been able to deal with life, the issues, therapy, in therapy. There is no or something. There is something to do with abuse or something. I can't read without my glasses. There is no something behavior. There's no harmful behavior. There is no threat to society or others. Okay, this original document, which actually might go and ask Medibank Solutions to have back, this was on file. This original document was on file at the US government. Now, what everyone's done since 2015 is a scam. This is Dr. George Jacobs' original. It's not typed up. It's in his own handwriting. It's not on a fake letterhead. It's not in type. This is a handwritten letter from the psychiatrist, Dr. George Jacobs, that says what everyone's been saying that I have. He said, there is not. There is not. There isn't. There isn't. And he said, yes, he's fine. He knows how to maintain these injuries, and he's worked through it. So I'm like, oh, it's easy. It's maintained through my living home environment. My living home environment is part of the reboot. So what these people did, they've actually exacerbated my health for 11 years. You can't spy into someone's apartment. That's criminal. It's actually a jailable offence. It's a jailable offence in both countries, the US and Australia. Okay, that's the letter that was given to Medibank Solutions. Here's all my vaccines. That was for immigration as well. There's all the vaccines. This is all for immigration because I went through immigration years ago. This is all for immigration. Like I said, I already held... See, my mother kept being told, I hold a green card to the US. I hold a green card to the US. Can you stop interfering? Carol, can you stop? Oh, we didn't know. I don't care if you know or not. If you don't know, then that proves what a mother you really are. But you're told to stop your behaviour, that I'm a permanent resident of America. I've only just come back in 2015 to pack up and move. Like I said, there was no health issues before mental health. Organisations started breaking the law because there was no issues. That is what Giovanni was spreading, telling people that there was. A psychiatrist wrote there was no issues. He doesn't have these issues. Okay? What mental health workers were trying to make me out to have, a reputable psychiatrist who's known me for years said he doesn't have these issues. They're not there. He does not have these issues that government workers such as New South Wales Police, because the government funded money in mental health, he doesn't have the issues that you're trying to make out. He's fine, he can move to America and work and live his life. That's what George Jacobs said. And there's the documented proof. Now I've got all my immigration stuff still from when I first went through it. So, Amanda, you are out of my life. You are so out of my life, you've got no idea. Go suck up mum's ass because she always lies to you. Okay, all my immigration stuff, including the property that I owned in America. Okay, so there's the deeds to do with the property. Okay, in the US. All right, you are so out of my life, America. Sorry, Amanda, you are, you fucked over America for me. What an evil person my twin sister Amanda truly is. You are extremely evil. I'm your brother, and I tell you things like don't contact Stephanie Salas back, and you contact her back. I say don't drag these criminals into my life, and I tell you, Mum's already been told since 2015 to get me a solicitor. I've got a green card to the US. I want this stopped now. These people groups, organisations, and mental health workers, such as the crisis group and acute care, need to be removed as per documented facts. He's documented facts, and I've got a green card to the US. Saint Vincent's Hospital need to be put on notice. I hold a green card to the US, held a green card to the US since 2014 after going through immigration since 2011. I've got the original documents of George Jacobs. This one, the original, I had to go to immigration, but you can analyse that for court. Oh, by the way, this is when I was doing fashion design, this is my brief. So, Emerald Design Centre, there, that's my brief on fashion design. I passed first year, design a wearable object. Okay, in 2009. There's my brief for it. Still got it. So anyone that wants to keep disputing the facts, okay, there's the facts in 2009. Dispute it. Dispute it. You're up for 11 years of damages now. in 2 countries. And yeah, my hair is straightened. That's me. You can tell it's me. And my hair is naturally this. I'm not having my family in my life. And as for the organisations, let's see if you can make a wrong or right, considering you're part of it. You've got yourself wound up in a carer's scam and fraud using lies about me. You might want to actually do the right thing by me, considering you caused it. That's my green card photo. Giovanni can tell I was with me when I had it taken. I had my hair chemically straightened for the photo. Now you can see that's me. And there's my other passport photo. Of course, that's when I was young and gorgeous. Still see it's me. The other green card photos I had, which was my casual one. This was my one, and it's like, no, it wasn't close enough to the screen. So the way that the passport photos are done in Australia, which is this, compared to the way they're done in America, are 2 different styles. So that was my first one, and I was like, okay, because that's me more natural. Leave my hair be natural. Okay. Instead, I did my sophisticated look and had my hair back. I had it chemically straightened, and it was brushed over with my whole slick look that I do. No big deal, that's still me. You can see it's me. So as I said, when I was moving to America, I was moving, as even Housing Commission was told. I don't know what information you have, but you didn't get it from me. I'm a permanent resident of America. I've just come back from America to slowly pack and move. So these organisations, mental health workers, New South Wales Police, other groups, organisations, Bobby Goldsmith, ACON, your Positive Life crap. Okay, you guys broke laws in my life. Okay, original birth certificates. Okay, been apostled. Okay, apostled by Department of Foreign Affairs. What have I got here? Bank statements. Bank statements to prove my history. Okay, yeah, so I can prove all this. You want it? Okay, from when I paid out my loan from 16 Scott Road. What else? Oh. Sale of my property. 16. It's all there. You want the original documents? Where did Justin's money come from? Well, I've got all the documents. Where did my money come from? There's the rental property that I owned. Me receiving income from it. You know, other properties that I purchased and pulled out of the sale, so I still got to keep the deposit. Bank statements, bank transfers going right back to over 20 years. I've actually got bank transfers and bank statements going right back to the 90s. You know, large savings accounts. It's all there. Where did my money come from? Savings from when I worked at Star Casino, sale of my investment property at 16 Scott Road, and fixed term deposits. It was a lot of money. You owe it all back. It's that simple. It was you that went down the path of lying about me in the last 11 years since 2015. But you want me to keep my mouth shut about it and let you get away with it. And was it you're going to use mental health? Be like, just let it go. Okay. You cost me a lot of money, well over 200,000. So I'm going to sue you for the damages you've cost me. You're going to pay me personally out of your money. And then when you're struggling, I'm going to say, just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? Because that works better. You see, then you know what you're doing to a person and you finally have accountability. How about that? Because every statement I've actually said is the truth. And let's just have a look at the Statute Declaration for a minute that some deadbeat bogan said wasn't true. Make this declaration, blah, blah, who I am, Justin Mark Fleming, where I'm born, what date I'm born, that I'm an Australian citizen by birth, that my father's Mark Ian Fleming, that's his birthday, that my mother's Carol Ann Purdy, that's her birthday, my mother and my father was married in 1977, for example. So far, everything's correct. Where I lived, where I grew up, where I'm born, what the property was like, where we're from, like, you know, in the suburbs of Sydney, small horse stud, what I did for sport, nationals and royals, played soccer, all true, because this is what immigration wanted. What schools did I go to? So St. Aidan's Roman Catholic School, Namminga Public for 2.5 years, then Adelaide Rosary College, then TAFE College. So all that's true, checks out. They want to know family heritage and history. Where's your grandmother born? Where's your father born? So still all checks out. So, okay, family background. You know, Dad Mark Ian Fleming, where he's born, where he resides, where he lives now, immigration and all that. So that's there. So that's all correct. Dad's father, Stanley Fleming, orphaned, not born in Australia but raised by Native Governor. Checks out. That's all fine. Dad's mother, Ruby Jean Hill, well, married name's Fleming. Her parents, where they're from, where they're born, where they're raised. So far, that's all correct. You see, the statutory declaration is all correct. There's not one bit of untruth in the entire lot of it. And it follows my entire family, who I'm related to, who I was close to. Anything that was in that list that, well, I thought they might need more information on that. What'd you do? Hobbies, interests, studies, sports, primary school, secondary school, you know, college, TAFE college. All this is here in the statutory declaration, the entire lot. And each page of it has been notarized, and it's been apostilled by the Department of Foreign Affairs. Okay? So, the only person lying is you group of criminals that obviously have your mental health issues, because not only do you have mental health issues, you've got drug and alcohol issues, like Belinda Jeffries. Everything I've backed myself up with. Now, my family can't do anything now. It's over. I will never speak to my twin sister ever again. It's over. We're done. Enjoy your life, and I'll turn up at your funeral. You had your choice. You made it.